Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now. Which music app do you use? I mean, the go-to app. Spotify is pretty much on my desktop running anytime I'm listening to music. And this is one of the reasons why I have to mute the live video feed at live.perillo.com, because I don't own the license for the music. And Spotify just unleashed a new beta. I'm not sure if you've downloaded it, but it's nice. Just go ahead and launch Spotify, and it'll update. And it says, hey, if you want the latest player, just hit refresh, or I guess exit out and restart the application, and you'd be good to go. So, they are seemingly taking the music industry by storm. And I got to reminisce. I had grown up with LPs, back when they were records and albums existed, and the audio quality was great. I mean, the idea of digital, anytime we use the keyword, it was typically in relation to your fingers, your digits, not something that is electronic. And, I purchased the albums back then. I also purchased cassette tapes. I remember going and upgrading and going to CDs. And, now we are on the cusp of something so disruptive. You can listen to just about anything you want to listen to without having to do too much work. Spotify client here in the U.S. Spotify, of course, has been around for a lot longer than it's been available in the U.S. But since I live in the U.S., I gotta wait until it's released in the U.S. unless I do something slightly odd. Crazy 564 something, then it scrolled off, said that he uses Google Music. And I don't know if I see Google Music as disruptive as I do Spotify. I don't see Amazon Music as disruptive as Spotify. I don't see iTunes and iCloud being as disruptive as Spotify is. It's easy to use. It works well enough. And if you're willing to put up with, some advertisements here and there, I don't see how you could be disappointed with what Spotify has to offer. While JJS says, gotta say I love Slacker, never tried Slacker. I've tried a lot of music services, believe me. And I've paid a lot of money, over the years. The bigger issue is that doing it the right way can sometimes be a challenge, because you want it to be convenient. And if it's not convenient, you're going to try to make it convenient. I think that Spotify is on the right track. They are releasing new updates at breakneck speed. They just announced the availability of applications that can be built with the API. So you, instead of just one Spotify experience, you, in the next year or so, could create a Locker Gnome geeky app, or that's specifically using a playlist that we create together that's geeky music. And we can do that using Spotify's library and the official API. Did I say library? I meant, I meant to say library. It just came out library. I am Thomas says, yeah, Spotify is my go-to music service. I pay premium. I backed up my iTunes music, deleted it off my computer. I haven't. I get iTunes music when I go into Starbucks and they hand out those cards. It's okay. It's not hurting anything, but I don't really feel like I need to back it up, especially now that iCloud can restore my purchases from the internet. It's not that big of a deal. Spotify is really good apart from the adverts. I have it on my phone as well. It says iTutorial UK. iTutorial UK, I'm not sure if you guys have subscribed to him yet, but he is a regular here with the live TLDR, and I appreciate that. See, it's me kind of giving back there. Love Spotify on my desktop, laptops, and phone. Same playlists on all, says Target Hunter 9. I use TuneIn, which is radio, says the S. Davies 9, I think it is what it was. Pandora for the win. OX14JF, another one of the live regular chatters here again on YouTube. Library, it makes your tongue blue if you lie, says that guy that was here. That's his handle. It's a great handle, by the way. Unless you're not here, you're there. So, do you believe that Spotify is being disruptive in how they're doing things compared to the way that we dealt with music a year ago, or further back than a year ago. It just seems that every 6 months, something happens, something changes, and the world gets to be just a tiny bit more convenient. We've written the article on LockerGnome.com explaining more about the beta and why we further believe it is disruptive.